Hello, I'm Melinda Cooper. I'm an occupational therapist and also the product manager for the BOT-3. I'd like to show you this short video to give you a look at our new digital administration option on Pearson's Q Global online assessment platform and help you understand the benefits of going digital. As you'll see during the following demonstration, using Q Global for digital administration, scoring, or both has several advantages over traditional paper and pencil. Firstly, Q Global can save you time. When you enter raw test data into the platform, the system will calculate all the different score types for you with a single mouse click, meaning you no longer have to spend time looking at norm tables. Q Global also generates a narrative report that provides a summary of all the scores, which you can use to get a head start on your report writing. Having the scores calculated for you automatically minimizes the likelihood of errors. When you use Q Global for administration, you don't need to use the administration easel because all the information you need as an examiner is built into the platform. You also won't have to use the norm tables, so you can leave your examiner manual at the office. Going digital can save you money as you only pay for what you use. Unlike paper forms, Q Global usages are impossible to lose or damage, and they never expire. You only consume your usage at the point where you generate a report, and you can buy as many or as few at a time as you like. Let's now take a look at how it works. The first step to log into your Q Global account and select an examinee, then assign the assessment. You can find the BOT-3 by typing it into the search box or add it to your favorites to save time. You then have the choice between either manual entry or on-screen administration. Manual entry is only for use when you've already administered the test using a paper record form and you just want to use Q Global for scoring. This option was also available with the BOT-2, so it's not new. What I'm really excited to show you is the on-screen administration option, which is new for BOT-3. So let's launch the assessment and take a closer look. The test will launch in a separate browser window and you will see this screen. Along the left-hand side, we have our navigation menu, which will let you skip straight through to specific parts of the test as needed. You'll see at the top there is a link called Guidelines, which takes you to the testing guidelines. These include information about what materials you'll need, how to prepare the testing environment, and how to most effectively use on-screen administration. There is also a section where you'll record the examinee's hand and foot preference, just as you would do on a paper record form. Then it's simply a matter of working your way through whichever parts of the test you want to administer. Let's have a look at item 1 of the upper limb coordination subtest as an example. You can see on the left-hand side, we still have our navigation menu, but if we want a full screen view, we can make that disappear by clicking this menu icon in the top left corner. This screen is like your administration easel and record form rolled into one. Almost all the information that you would usually find on the administration easel is here in these collapsible sections. To read what's in each section, simply click on the arrow beside it to open it up. When you're done, you can click the arrow to collapse it again to help you keep your screen uncluttered. The headings of each collapsible section are self-explanatory. Alongside the equipment and procedure information, you also have a scoring section that describes what the examinee needs to do to obtain a full score and types of errors for the examiner to look out for. The teaching section provides points to emphasize when teaching the task to the examinee and tells you how many practice trials are allowed, if any. The task diagrams, examples, and photos section provides pictures that show you what the task should look like, including instructions about start and stop points. Anyone familiar with the print administration easel will know that the pictures are also shown on the examinee's side of the easel to help them understand the task as needed. When using on-screen administration, you can use the item picture book, which is available in both print and digital formats to show the examinee these pictures. If you continue scrolling down the page, you'll see the administration section, which is open as a default setting. Text that appears in blue, bold font is your standardized script, and underneath is a space to record the raw score. Unlike with the paper record form, there is no need to then convert the raw score to a point score. Here's one of the most exciting new features of on-screen administration. Scrolling down further, we come to the demonstration video, if one is available for that item. When you press the play button at the lower left corner, the video will begin playing. within that same screen. This makes the videos very easy to use. All items in subtests 4 to 8 and the extended balance items have demonstration videos. There are also videos for select items from subtests 1 and 3. No videos are provided for subtest 2, fine motor integration, as these tasks require copying rather than imitation. Some items, such as this example from the balance subtest, are timed. For these items, you will find a timer underneath the administration section, so you don't need to juggle an additional device. After administration, you will need to manually type the score into the score box below it. Once you're ready to move on to the next item, you can either click on it in the menu or scroll to the bottom of the page and click the Forward button. Q Global will save any data that you've entered. Notice that there is an option to flag an item for review later. Ticking this box will flag the item in the navigation menu, so you can easily identify it again later. At the bottom of the navigation menu, you'll see Appendix B, which contains optional teaching text that you can use when teaching the test items to the examinee. As this is optional, it doesn't have to be used verbatim, and you might choose not to use it at all. There is also space to add background information and record any behavioural observations you'd like to note. Lastly, you will come to the Review section, where you can submit the results by clicking the Forward button. Please note that once this button is clicked, you won't be able to go back into the on-screen administration. If there are items left to review or administer, do not submit the responses. Simply close the browser window. To return to the assessment, you can go back to the Assessment Details page in Q Global and relaunch the assessment when ready. Some of the BOT-3 fine motor items need to be scored by hand after the test is completed, with some requiring a scoring overlay. All of these items are administered using the paper response booklet and folding paper pad. Here's an example from subtest 1, filling in shapes, which requires you to compare the examinee's performance against a set of scoring criteria to determine the point score. It's not appropriate to do this while you're administering the test, as it would disrupt the flow of the session. You will see for this item, there is nowhere to enter the score, but instead a note to remind you to use the scoring guidelines, which can be found in the BOT-3 restricted folder in the Q Global Resource Library. Once you've completed the scored items, log back into Q Global, open the examinee's assessment record again and click on the Subtest tab. You will now see spaces where you can enter the scores. Once you've submitted the assessment, you'll be able to generate a report and see the standardized scores. Q Global provides two different reports, a score report and a caregiver letter. The score report includes all scores that you've elected to include, as well as a brief narrative that describes each subtest and provides basic interpretation of the results. The caregiver letter is much shorter and consists of narrative text describing the areas assessed and scores achieved in layman's terms. Sample reports are available to view on the BOT-3 product page on our website. Hopefully, this quick demonstration has given you a better idea of how you can use the BOT-3 on-screen administration to streamline your assessment and make your working day a little easier. I'll finish with a few helpful tips to optimize your digital testing experience. The BOT-3 can be administered using any web-enabled device. Because of the active nature of the BOT-3, you may find using a tablet the easiest way to move around the room with the examinee. A laptop or desktop computer can also be used. Do not attempt to administer the BOT-3 on Q Global using a smartphone, as the on-screen assessment was not designed for a screen size this small. As with any test, we recommend familiarizing yourself with the on-screen administration system before you use it in clinical practice. You should also practice administering items using the item picture book and entering the data into Q Global. As well as being embedded within the on-screen administration, the BOT-3 demonstration videos can also be accessed on YouTube via links in a PDF that you will find in the BOT-3 folder of the Q Global Resource Library. You may want to use these to help you learn the test, and you might like to have them open on a second device during testing to save turning your screen to show the examinee. Lastly, for further information, please contact your assessment consultant or visit the Pearson Clinical website in your region. Thanks for watching.